about now? Can anybody hear me now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Oh, I don't know what was up with that. That's the first time I've started a live stream and there was an issue with audio. I'm doing good. Doing good. It's just me out here this morning. I didn't get out here to work as early as I was wanting to because, which was what I expected for myself. I was awake just after 7 o'clock this morning and still took me a while to get out of bed. So, and I saw your post, Mikey, about DoorDash. No accepted offers yet. No offers have even come through. I've got Favor and Spark on, and I'm gonna wait until I get a little closer, or at least parking, before I turn DoorDash. But DoorDash was giving me an issue this morning. Oh man, that's a lot of shaking going on. It will show, it's glowing. It says I can hit dash now, but it was giving me like an error. So I don't know what's going on with the DoorDash app. I haven't bothered turning DoorDash on lately, waiting till after the new year. Yeah, as I was saying, I saw your post. I mean, both Uber and Didi, you know, they are my bipolar children, because sometimes they're nice and giving me decent orders, and then within the same day, within the same week, they want to be mean, and I get crappy orders. I'm just heading to one of my regular waiting areas, which is close to HEB, since I've got my Favor app on. But I'm gonna try and see if I can turn DoorDash on and Uber and see what we can get. I gotta make some money. All right, let's try this again. Oh, look at that. Spark says I have an order. $41.92, that's nice. But to drive 36 miles, and that'll take me completely out of my where I'm at. 36, it's one of those .com orders. $36 and all those drops. Says it'll basically take me about 2 hours for that. I mean, no thank you. See, it's showing that it's real busy. Let's see what happens now if I hit dash. Yep, there it is again. It's still saying page isn't available right now. Looks like there was a problem with your request. Please review the details and try again. Man. All right, so there goes that. Let's try Uber. Where's that going, Gerald? Good morning, Queen. I am legit and tired of these Walmart loaders. What? Loaders, the shoppers begging, cleaning items with other items and doesn't check to see if it leaks. Oh, tell me about it. I completely am there with you on that. Another 40-something $.com order. This time it's 12 drops, still saying about 2 hours. And still taking me. I'll end up in, is that the app that they sent you a notice about? Because that actually happened to me one time when, I mean, it includes the milk. It also includes the milk. But one time they, oh. All right, so I've got Uber now. I've got Uber turned on. But anyways, this is the second or third time that this happened. I mean, it's true. It's happened several times with milk, with cleaner. But anyways, picked up an order. It was a curbside. It was loaded. And by the time I got to that order, the drive was like 15-20 minutes. And by the time I got to the person's house and I start to grab the bags, another .com order, still 40-something dollars, still over 30 miles, and still about 2 hours to work it. So still not worth it. But I get there and there was liquid all in the bag. And I was just like, and I even made a video about it, about who's responsible. Because they always tell us when, especially for Walmart Spark, they always tell us that we're supposed to stay in our vehicle and not help them. And I made that comment about who's responsible when it comes to leaks like that. Especially for curbside orders. Because the issues we've had with leakage has always been with curbside orders. Hey, Jim Rat. Good morning. I catch Target associates stocking shelves with damaged merchandise fairly often. Wow. They probably don't like it when I catch the items and give them back. Do they say anything when they do that, Mikey? But another time, it was a gallon of milk. And I always try to make sure, especially when I'm the one that's shopping it and loading it into my vehicle, I always make sure the milk is upright. Because the one time the loader had put it in sideways, and by the time we pulled our carry bag from the trunk out, there was milk all in the bag. Thank goodness it didn't soak the bag itself. because we have like one of those storage containers inside to provide a little bit more stability since it doesn't have a hard bottom. So that's where the milk was. And we tried, and that one I think was on Instacart. And was it Instacart? Because Instacart is all shop. I don't think it was Instacart. It might have been Favor. Because it was, I don't know, it was somewhere where we weren't the ones who loaded it. So maybe it was Spark. I don't know. But anyways, by the time we got to that person's house, again, it was another one of those where it took at least 20 minutes to get to their drop-off. And there was just milk all over the bottom. We apologized to the customer, saying that, we don't always catch those things. They want us to sit in our vehicles, have the workers loaded for us. Then we're supposed to take the additional time to go and double check to make sure that cleaners are not bagged with food items and the fact that everything is upright. So that way there's no leakage. They never smile for sure. They also overstock the shelves and wonder why their inventory counts are always inaccurate. I used to work there, so I know. This is why I check the items before I put them in the shopping cart to see if there's any leaking. Otherwise, if that happens, I'll take it to an employee. Good morning, Lexi. That's true. And sometimes I do that. I'll tilt it. And sometimes we have to do that anyways when we're scanning it, because the barcode will be down at the bottom. So I'm tilting it anyways. But especially with the cleaners, I not always. Sometimes it's just by habit, because when I'm scanning it, I tilt it to scan the barcode. So not always do I double check to make sure if there's any leakage, but sometimes it's obvious because either you'll see other products next to it, damaged or something. So yeah, it's true. I don't always check it. They also don't set their planograms correctly. Many sections still have incorrect locations. I think that's about with every store, or not located in the planogram. Yeah, I think that's about with every store where things are not where they're supposed to be. All right, let's try DoorDash again. Oh, see, now it's not. See, and here's the other thing. Ever since they did an update, the point system hit our market again. But what I noticed about the scheduling, which is weird, because I'm not platinum. Because I think my AR, I'm sitting at a 4 or 5 on DoorDash. But when it's grayed out like that, it still gives me the option to hit dash now. But when it comes to scheduling, all it gives me is the evening shift now. Before, when there was, see the red dots up at the top? I have future blocks scheduled, but look at that. I'm on Friday the 2nd, and now it just gives me 6 to 8. Pretty much that's what it says for all of them, 6 to 8. Saturday the 3rd, 6 to 8. It doesn't give me the chance to actually schedule a block in the morning anymore. They're pretty much all saying that. But again, even though it's grayed out, it does still say dash now at the bottom. So I can still hit dash now. What's the time we'll get items that are improperly sealed from the location where they're coming from? Wow. All right, let me see if I can hit dash now. Look at that. Because it's not glowing, I was able to hit dash now and it works. But of course, the average wait time, this is crazy. The average wait time says 14 to 24 minutes. 14 to 24 minutes. And there's $1 peak pay. Until for another hour, there's $1 peak pay. On DoorDash, I was able to hit the dash now instead because there's $2 peak pay. Does it tell you the average wait time? It's crazy that they would have that. And there'll be times where it's glowing. I hit the dash. Before I hit the dash, it shows the average wait time is like 1 to 5 minutes. But the moment I hit dash and it does this, the next you know, the average wait time would be like 10 to 15 minutes or 15 to 25 minutes or something like that. Like, what? It's weird. It just really is weird. Uh-oh. I gotta verify. Instacart wants me to verify. Let me take my beanie. Oh. Alright. Let's verify. Well, right now, my stupid navigation system is on DoorDash. It's all glitched out. See, I think there is something going on with DoorDash. The zone was gray. Good morning, Sunny. I know my husband is probably saying, I told you so, about wanting to get out here sooner than later, especially on a Tuesday. But, you know, when I was at home, most of the apps that I use, you know, were glowing. So I was like, I want to get out here and see if I can get anything. I mean, so far I've been at this for 20 minutes and Spark did try to give me 11 miles for less than $8. Oh, and Sunny, I don't know if you've done it yet or if you set it up or not, but I'm just trying to figure out what day do I want to do that. And if I want to do a morning, a lunch shift or a dinner shift. But for those of you guys that are here now, hey Corey, good morning. I do, and just to let you know, I don't always do it, but I try to right before I head out. I try to set up a playlist of, several people on there, from videos to shorts, and sometimes I do throw in live streams that aren't extremely long, so that way I'm still supporting everyone, monetized or not. How's it going, Corey? But anyways, what I was trying to say, you know how we talked about it yesterday with accepting every DD offer? I am planning on doing it. I just need to figure out what day do I want to do this, and if I want to do it as part of a lunch shift or dinner shift. Oh, you're doing your W-2 today? But the playlist, the reason why I brought that up was because several of you guys that's on my playlist this morning is here today as part of my live stream. So I may not be hitting the like button because it's streaming at home right now, but there's several of you guys that's here right now that I have on my playlist. But anyways, that is something that I want to do very soon. Good morning, Stay, and no, I don't. And I would rather do this challenge with Didi over Uber, because the crazy offers that come through on Uber, I tend to get the extreme high miles on Uber over DoorDash. So I don't know when I will plan to do it or how I'll do it. Like, do I want to base the super chat goal for the same day as accepting the offers or the following day? Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question, because that means you would have to set up two separate live streams. I mean, that is very true, because in that way you want to make sure that you're still going to walk away with decent amount of money for accepting crappy offers. Ultimately, for me, the goal of accepting crazy offers on DD and with everyone that wants me to do that, paying amount on Super Chat, really it's just to up my my acceptance rate. Because or my at least for the point system, not necessarily the AR itself, but to get me to the try again. Because again, I'm on the point system, and as of right now, I'm at a 48 of 100. 48 out of 100. So my goal really would be to try and get to the next level. So that way we'll see. Because I know the last time that they brought the point system to my market, I actually fared better with that. With not necessarily having to get a high acceptance rate. That's not going to be the main goal. It really would be just my overall rating to try and get it to the next level, to see, so then that way I can increase my chances of getting, you know, decent offers on DoorDash. So that would be my goal, to do the, now it's hot in here. Whew. That would be my goal, to accept every offer. Only because it would depend on how fast the super chats come in. That is true. So good morning, Mario. Happy holidays, happy new year. How's it going? And thank you for popping in again. So, I mean, I've only ever done it once, where I set a goal, and this was when I was partially monetized. I had set a goal, just testing it out. No one participated or donated to it. So that would be something like, it would be kind of like a flash sale, not necessarily a sell, but a flash donation setup. Okay, this isn't horrible. Where am I going? All right. Looks like we are going to CVS. So I would set it up as kind of like a flash donation. a flash challenge. Set the goal to let's say $15 or $20, because that's what I would like to try and average. $15 to $20, something like that, because that's what I would like to try and average hourly, is for the minimum of $20 an hour. So I would set it up as a flash, goal challenge to get $15 within an hour, and then for the hour after that, I'll accept every DD offer that comes in. So that way, for those $2 offers that come through, then it won't be completely, I'll still make money. Exactly what I mean. People would have to want to see take every offer, and they'll be invested. That's right. So if they donate, $1, $2, because I think that is the minimum. I think when it comes to doing like a super chat, I think the minimum is 99 cents. I don't know. So I would do a flash donation.
Left onto West University Avenue, Texas 29.
If we can get a minimum hourly amount of $6. Of course, that would be your number, Mikey. Okay, that's a good idea. Earn the money and then base the time of accepting every offer on the super chats earned. Yes. But the crazy thing is, if we get lucky and we get these awesome donations, someone, if we get a handful of people doing 5, 10, and if I end up raising $40, then I was like, man, that means I have to accept every offer for 2 hours. And I think I'm going to set that as my cutoff. I think I'll set that as my cutoff, is that $40 or more, I'll do it for 2 hours. Under $40, I'll only do it for 1 hour. Because that'll just get me into more trouble doing longer than 2 hours of accepting every offer on DoorDash. It would be very nice. At least I'll take that. I'll take that too, Mikey. Very heckin' dope. You both said the same thing. That's good. That's funny. You guys are on the same wavelength. So yeah, I think I have to crunch the numbers, but I think maybe I'll set it up as a New Year's Day. Because tomorrow's New Year's Eve. If I do that, if I set that up for tomorrow, and I would rather do it when I still have daylight. So I might set it up. Man, it's warm in my car now. Yeah, I definitely would have to set it up earlier in the day, because if I'm going to accept every offer on DD because of the challenge, I don't want to be doing it at night. I mean, even though I'll have my hubby with me, I can set it up to run like 3 to 6 type thing. I mean, it'll be dark by the end of that block, but what do you call that? I guess I have to have time, so maybe New Year's Day. I don't know. I really have to really crunch the numbers today and set it up. Greetings and salutations. Good morning and thank you, and hope all is well with you as well. We are now on our way to CVS to do a one customer shop, 2 items, and it's baby stuff. We're gonna go pick up diapers and wipes, I believe. But yeah, so even though it's cold out, car is still saying 42 degrees. What do you call that? At least it's sunny. Yesterday it was cold and overcast and windy. Today it's cold and sunny.
Turn left onto
Right,
South
Sunny?
Austin Avenue, then 1102 South Austin Avenue, Georgetown, Texas
Okay.
78626. USA will be on the left.
CVS. Come on, right in here. I'm going right in there, people.
Drive north. Then, in 300 feet, turn right onto West 11th Street.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You got to tell me how you like it.
Left U-turn, if permitted.
Okay. I'm going to use your recipe for breakfast burritos for our first meal of the year in 2026. Oh, that is awesome. All right. My hair's kind of sticking up, so let's put my beanie back on. Because even though it's warm in my car. All right, let's go shopping. Sorry. Gotta get out of the car. All right. Arrived at store. See, I've got 5 out of 6 for my Pro Shopper because I got screwed on the original items found. Start shopping. I know it's only 2 items, but I'm gonna go ahead and send the intro.
Okay,
All right. So we got diapers and wipes. Baby stuff. Baby care. All right, so we need pull-ups, 4T, 5T, and Huggies Natural Care.
thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'll be making for New Year's Eve or even New Year's Day. Okay. Pull-ups, 4T, 5T. So it's the boy. right. And yeah, see, I like being able to get these small shopping orders because then it helps towards my pro shopper. And that's one thing I know it makes a difference with the pro shopper, and I know you agree. Good day, Sunny. Fancy bumping into you. Aw, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Because when I actually I had the pro shopper status. Yeah, it was really good. I got decent orders, a lot of good orders.
So next year I'm not gonna work. I never do. I just said, okay, whatever. And it's not easy to manage this going on. Yeah.
Welcome. If you have your extra care card, please scan it now.
So it went by really fast for you. So did you have to work 2 years? Yeah. But you just tired. Yeah. I
Please
agree.
your-
I agree.
It took like 2 or 3 days for me to recover.
Scan coupon now. Touch the continue button if finished. Your total is 1808. Please select your payment
Because
method.
you, yeah, because if you.
Please wait. System processing. Swipe or insert card and follow instructions on pin pad.
Yeah.
It's cooking, so.
Yep.
I thought I could, I had that. I knew it. I still did it, but I just dragged through.
Please remember to take your receipt. Thank you for shopping at CVS. Please remove all bagged items.
Just goes by too fast. So I can't really do what those are ready to go.
I know. And I'm
All right, what did I just... Oh. Whoopsie, that's another phone drop. What did I just see there? Aw. Aw, thank you. Why can't I hit the heart on that? I can't hit the heart on that. Let me see if I... No, that's not what I said. No. I can't hit the heart on that. But thank you. There, I hit the thumbs up. Aw. That's very nice of you. Very nice. You made my morning. All right, where's my keys? Of course, it would be in my other pocket. See, it would have to be, where's it at? Can I still, okay. So it would have to be for sure set up this way, you know, with setting up the super chats. Am I going? Okay.
Drive west, then turn left.
And where am I going? What street is that? Am I going east or west? Yeah, I'm going east. It would be set up just like this. Setting up the super chat. I'll have to set up the live stream so a lot of people can, I mean, I'll have to do it, give it a couple of days. So that way everyone will have a chance to see, and then I can keep pushing it. But thank you. Can I do? Can I go? Can I go? Oh shit. Sorry. thought she was on the other lane. Sorry about that. Did I just say that word? You guys didn't hear me say that. I try to keep this channel PG-13. Or at least when it's just me. But that's usually about one of the times that it'll be a situation like that as to when you'll hear me use words, colorful words like that. Not that that one was, not that that one was colorful, really. Can I hit it now? Further proof no longer required. And one of my last posts on Dean's was how great minds think. Aw. Dang it. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. See, I still can't. It's okay, Mother. I accidentally say way worse. Yeah, but that's typically my go-to word when I make a mistake like that.
Continue for a half mile.
But I'm telling you, I think that car was on the outside lane, but just as, there we go, now I can hit the, can I hit the heart? There we go. I think she was on the outside lane, and as I was pulling out to get into the inside lane, she had moved over. I've had a great time online with many streamers. My income doesn't come regularly, so this is my way of contributing, producing content. Love your, aw, thank you. That's very, very sweet of you saying that. Yes. I had to wait until it was getting to the top because the stuff on the side of my phone was blocking the way, and I couldn't hit the heart. I kept hitting the whatchamacallits on the side. That's why my camera was turned off, because I accidentally hit that button. Alright. Why did it take me this way? I should have added your smile to the You know, when someone, especially when it comes to, like you just said, again, very sweet. When someone says something about the smiling, and I've said this to other people, and it only just makes them smile more. Wait, what? Okay, the map is all discombobulated. It's got more of a aerial view than it does. So I might have hit the button on it or something. I'm almost there, so excuse me as I don't read the chat for the next couple of minutes. I'll try to catch up after the delivery. Oh, I could have turned left back there. That's the thing, I'm trusting the GPS. Squirrel! Get out of the road, squirrel! Thank you.
Turn right onto Long Branch.
The squirrel ran out to the middle of the road and then stayed there.
Georgetown, Texas 78626. USA will out the right.
All right, so looks like it's a corner house. Where? Okay. Wait. Right? Okay. Be right back. Let me make sure. Is that the... Okay, that's the door. I like how they include pictures of what the door looks like from the last driver. I don't know why they wanted me to message when I arrived, but so I messaged them just before I dropped it off. Okay. A smile is the most underutilized skill we all... Aw. Okay, Sunny. Hey, Lacey. Good morning and half a day. Thank you for popping in. All right. Da, da, da. All right. Let me see if I can remember how to get out of this neighborhood without having to rely on a GPS. Okay. All right, so I go left. Man, it is hot in my car. Okay. And then looks like I go right. And then this time I am going road is that? Okay, that's the road I want. I'm exiting out of this neighborhood. It's slightly different from where I entered in, only because I'll be turning left onto the main road and fighting traffic. So I'm actually going to where there's a stoplight. Because we know when we get to some areas where there's no stoplight, and if you're going against traffic, it really sucks when there's traffic and you're trying to go left and nobody's letting you out. It's really 3 a.m., nearly 3 a.m., going to study the insides of your eyelids. Okay. Sleep well. Thank you so much for being here and also for the super chat. I appreciate it. Si Zeus Maasi. Have a good night. And in case you don't see me on a live stream, or if you don't pop in, Happy New Year. But also, as I was saying, you know how it is when we try to fight traffic and we're trying to turn against traffic and we get too many inconsiderate people that won't let you out. So if I can, I try to go to where there's a stoplight. All right. So that CVS shopping order paid $8 plus the super chat. So I'm sitting at, and what's crazy is YouTube already took their fee, because the money doesn't show $5. It actually shows less than that. So with what I got from, and with what I got from Super Chat and that DoorDash offer, I'm sitting at $11. So basically making $11 in an hour. Let's see if we can, because it's just now going on 10 o'clock. I should have Instacart on to see if I can, oh, I do have it on. I wonder if I should swing on over to Costco, to see if I can pick up any orders over there. Instacart hasn't been nice here lately either with their offers. And I used to get a lot of decent offers on Instacart. So I don't know if it's because, and I noticed when the nicer offers started to drop after I hit a certain cancellation percentage. I haven't hit my max to where they will consider deactivating you based on your cancellation rate. But what sucks is that especially the couple of the recent ones were accidental. You know, when you're holding your phone and you have the apps on and you'll accidentally hit the accept button, and especially when it's something that's really crappy. But and it affects it. I think I'm sitting at an 11 and the max that they'll allow you to get is 15. And at that point, you are in danger of being deactivated on Instacart because of your acceptance rate. But I did notice once I hit 10 that the type of paying offers that showed up from, not that they're timed anyways. All the offers that come through on Instacart are offer ones. So, I don't know. But that's when I noticed, though. That's when I noticed that the type of offers coming through were lower in pay, was when I hit 10% on my cancellation rate. So I don't know. I don't know how that works with Instacart. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Clear skies. Like I said yesterday, it was cold, windy, and overcast. So it's nice that it's giving the illusion that it's nice out or that it's warm out. It's sunny and we're in the mid 40s. Let's see what does it say it feels like. So it's 46, but it feels like 42. So either way, it feels like it's in the 40s. So I'm just heading back over here to where I'm close to HEB. And see if I can pick up what other offers. Because DoorDash was saying that the average wait time was high again. See right there, HEB to the right. Back to one of my waiting areas. Okay, I'm back. Look at that beautiful, beautiful weather. All right. I hear my might still be sticking up in the back. It is. You know, when you... Okay. So I have Instacart. I have Instacart, DoorDash, Favor, and Spark turned on. My Walmart here is still glowing, but nothing has come through. DoorDash is saying 7 to 17 minutes. For average wait time. All right, let's see if Uber has anything for me. San Antonio, I'm at Buda, Kyle, Austin. I might not be running for too much longer because it doesn't look like some of the apps have gone cold. So I was hoping, I always hope, I always hope and try to think positive that might be surprised and get some pretty decent, you know, offers to come through. Your birdies. I don't think I saw any birds out there. I need to come up with more, Mikey, I need to come up with more fun emojis. I need to make one where it shows me, you know, doing something like that, where my eyes are wide, but I edit to where I put $sign in my eyes. Or one that shows an angry face with the top of my head on fire. Another emoji to where I got hearts in my eyes. And I'm doing, yesterday I was kind of playing around with the different ways that I've been seeing people making hearts. And, you know, old school. My son was doing this when he was 7 years old, 6 years old. 17.5 miles for $7. And so there's that one. And then how did I see it? Wait, what? How did I do it yesterday? Dang it. There. And then there's this one. There's that one. I'm just trying to figure out the different ways, you know, people do the heart signs, you know, old school. And then I just did it. Then there's this one. And then, yeah. She was talking about how it's going on 3 a.m. for her. Or or him. And then there's, of course, this one. So those are the only 3 ways that I know of. You still there, Presley? Yeah. Or early. Yeah, for me, I would rather just put my... See, like, I'm wearing my other Christmas gift. This one Lexi got me. And I would rather put my hand over my heart. You know, if I'm making a gesture. Oh wait. Wrong side. But look, I did that because there's a heart right there, but then there's also a heart right there. You know, I'd rather put my hand on my chest as a gesture, you know, that it's something that it's meaningful, you know, compared to doing the old school. This one is so weird. And I've seen some women, because their fingers would be long and, you know, slim, but the way they do it with their hands, it would be just looking so weird. But then there's that one, and then the small one. But why is that, Presley? Why aren't you big on the heart emojis? I see birds, but those are the vultures. And they're circling right over here. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. Can you see them? Yep, the hubby's telling me to come home. Can you guys see the vultures? They spread. They were circling, but now they've spread. You did see them? Because now they're heading over there somewhere. Wasting. Here, let me turn off the car then. Oh, look at all the heart emojis Sunny put in there. There, the car's off. Let's see. I'll give it another 15 minutes. If nothing pops up, if nothing worth taking comes up. Hold on. It doesn't tell you how many items. It just says it's a package. All right, looks like we are going to Walgreens. Yeah, of course. It's a little less than what the DoorDash offer was, but it's only 1 mile. The DoorDash offer was watch it be a TV or something. Hopefully not. It's at Walgreens. But of course, as soon as I turn off my car, I said Walgreens is just right around the corner from where I'm waiting. So let's ride, roll out. What's the other sayings? Let's ride, roll out. I can't say mount up. What does he say? What is the saying for Avengers? Oh, assemble. Avengers. Assemble. Downside about going this way is that I'll be fighting traffic to turn left because Walgreens is right here. I could have gone the slightly longer route and okay, look at that. If I was here already. Okay, is it still clear? Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Of course you're turning. Come on, there's no cars. Why are you going so slow? We're here at Walgreens. So it's a package. So it's probably pharmacy. But let's find out. Put my beanie cap back on to flatten out my hair because it's still sticking up in the back. That's the cool thing about this sweater jacket is that I got this pocket here. All right. That's easier to reach into to lock and unlock the car. Okay. All right. It just says scan barcodes. Go to photos counter. Oh, door is broken. I guess that door was broken. Hey, Luke. Good morning. Right, Sonny? How's it going, Luke? Thanks for popping in. We're doing a pickup here at Walgreens. It just says to go to the photo counter. Yeah, it just says scan barcodes. Yes. Alright, scan. Scan it. Wait, what? Did it scan it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, thank you. Complete pickup. I like it. Oh, I forgot that door is broken. Still trying to go out a broken door. I like having this pocket in the front. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, so where am I going? Going to... What does it say? And of course, you don't want to give me gate code. And we're going to an apartment complex, and I might have to do some editing on this live stream because when I was doing the pickup of the package, but going to an apartment complex that's gated, and sometimes we get lucky with this complex, and then sometimes we don't. I should have messaged the customer, doggone it. What the? Really? I pulled out first there, mister. Being the fact that I was already practically in this lane. Oh, no, it's during the pickup. I didn't realize that I had the phone that I'm streaming from pointed towards the package that I was picking up. And that's the other reason why. Oh, let me message them now. Morning. ETA 2 minutes. But that's why I also I don't know if you guys noticed it or not. My hubby did. So I don't know how I'm going to edit that part. But I just messaged the customer since I'm waiting here at a light. And I said ETA 2 minutes because that's what the GPS says. So hopefully I might have to just hit at gate as soon as I arrive there. Let me make sure. Okay, that's, yeah. Let's hope. Let's see if I got lucky and the gate is open. All right, so the other side is open. Means I have to go all the way around. But at least I got lucky. The gate is open. Let's see. What building is this? So that one. Now the question is, which end? Supposedly it's on this end. There's an entrance right here, but it's saying it's on this end. There's a parking spot. you guys are gonna have to watch the car for me. Okay. It says it's on this end of the building. It's one of those L-shaped, at least for this specific one. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm on the right end. Apparently I'm at the wrong building. Thank goodness, because it says it's the second floor. But I'm glad I looked at the number. I'm at the wrong building. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's through. Is it this one? I delivered to this apartment complex a lot. Okay, okay. So it has to be this building. Where's the dang number? No, it's not that one. Where? Is it? No, that can't be it. That's the main building. Nope, I can't go that way because then I'm heading out the complex. And I'll have to deal with the gate. No, that's not the building. Shh. Is that? Okay, it has to be. Okay. Yeah, okay, here we go. Definitely not worth. Definitely not worth it now because of the mix-up with the GPS. Yeah, I should have known better. I should have known better because, you know, I've delivered, you know, many times to this complex. But I messaged the customer also when I got to their door. Apologized, just saying that the GPS took me to building whatever, and so yeah. Yes, got lucky with the gate being open, and then not so lucky because I wasn't paying attention to the building numbers. Not many gates. Really? Because of the snow? That's interesting. Hey, Grizzly. How are you? I've been at it for an hour and a half, and I just completed my second offer of the day. This second one, I should have been done, you know, just a little bit sooner, but GPS took me to the wrong building, and I wasn't paying attention also. NATO! Yes, definitely was an adventure. All right, let me wait on this end. I'm going to wait just a few more minutes and see if I can pick up anything from Tarjay since we're right here. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, and it's not like that complex is difficult, you know. Why DoorDash would have, oh, no, that was Uber, sorry. I've delivered to that complex with several apps. Uber, DoorDash, Favor, Spark. So I don't know why there would be an issue. But I think while I do still have several of you guys in here, inspired by Sunny, something that I plan on doing either New Year's Day or the day after. I am going to schedule what do you call that? An accept all DD offer challenge. But there's a catch. Prior to doing the challenge within the same shift, my head is hot. Within the same shift, I am going to set it up to where I'm going to do a goal challenge with Super Chat. If I can make X amount of dollars, then I will run for an hour, accepting every offer. And if I double X amount of dollars on the Super Chat, then I'll run for 2 hours, accepting every offer. And the only reason why I'm more willing to do a DD challenge over Uber, because Goober likes to send more offers that are higher miles than what DD sends. I still get higher miles on DD, but Goober has more exaggerated high miles. So even if I did the Super Chat with Goober, I still wouldn't do it because I'll end up 2 towns away. Yep. That's just an example. We're north of Austin. We're 3 towns away from Austin. And Goober will send us offers to take us to South Austin. I don't think so. You're talking about at minimum, an hour to get down that way. And the pay definitely. There's yet to be an offer that comes through on Goober that takes us to South Austin that would be worth taking. So yes, let me see, what is today? All right, today's the 30th. I'm going to set it up for Friday. You know, so it'll be Friday. I'll set it up for Friday. I'm going to do it for a late afternoon, early evening type block. Because I don't want to do too much when it's dark. Even though I'll have my hubby with me, I don't want to do too much while it's dark. So I might start the super chat challenge, gold challenge at 3, run it for a whole hour long to see how much I can receive in donations. And then again, if I can make a minimum of $20, I'll accept every DD offer that comes through for 1 hour. And if I'm lucky enough, if I'm blessed enough to even make it to 40, the max that I'll run is 2 hours, accepting every DD offer. Aw, thank you, Sunny. Same for you. When you decide to do this, you know, you let me know. Plan it ahead. And we'll go from there. If it was less than a mile, maybe, for that amount. Blah, blah. So yeah, that Friday, December 2nd, I'm going to do this. First time ever. What a way to ring in the new year, doing a never before challenge. Because I've done the Goober challenge. But because I was trying to raise my AR on Goober. But ultimately the goal for doing the challenge on DD is for me to increase my overall rating, not just my AR. Because the AR itself, I don't really care. But my overall rating, because a lot of you probably already have this if you're doing DD. The point system hit our market again. And my overall rating... I mean, my acceptance rate right now is at a 6, but my overall rating is at a 48. So my goal for doing the DD challenge is to at least get me high enough to get me to silver status. But as well as to increase my shopper rating. I've got green check marks on everything else except for the original items found. Because they, for one, they updated it from 92. It used to be 92 minimum to get the green check mark, but then they bumped it up 4%, and now I have to get to 96 for original items found. I mean, that's ridiculous that they would actually have that as part of the one of the metrics to be a pro shopper. And the reason why I do like the pro shopper, because when I did have that status, there were a lot of offers that came through. I was like, oh yeah. I'll be like, nice. So, but ultimately, it wouldn't be just about the money. But it would be about to increase my overall DD rating, as well as to hopefully get me even closer to back to my pro shopper status. No. Yeah, babe, we definitely need to go down to Lexi's zone because we've got more options for Walmarts down that way. Come on, baby, come on. All right, so not really too much more happening. Of course, once I start moving again, there's a possibility it'll start chiming again. Man, I can't seem to get my hair to lay down back here. So puffy. Lay down. It's a good thing I am wearing a beanie cap when I'm out, because I've got hair standing up everywhere. Lay down. I don't have the amount of hair that I used to over the last 20 years. Over 20 years, really. Since my mid-20s. I'm the youngest in my family, but since my mid-20s, I've been losing my hair. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Chick-fil-A. Nope. Oh. Let me see. Is it there? Trying to see if I can find from my younger days when I had more hair. That's too young. But there I was as a little girl. Look at me. This was back in Guam. That's not the photo I was looking for. Whereas I have an album here that's labeled Down Memory Lane, because it's nothing but older photos. There we go. Let's see. You can't really tell from that photo. Okay. This right here, I was in 7th grade. But this was after my sister had given me a perm. Yes, this was in the 80s. It was a lot tighter than that because she left it on too long. I thought I had it in here. But anyways, yeah, see, so I had more hair back in the day. Yes, definitely the 80s. Let me see how far back my albums go. I mean, even about 10 years ago, I had a little bit more hair than I do now. Who is that? Who is that? Okay. I'm messing around on my phone and nothing is chiming. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, come on. Wait, what? Well, that's interesting. Why is it that sometimes when it comes to Goober, it'll tell you that it takes 1 to 2 hours before the tip comes in? But I've noticed here the last few times that some of the offers, the tip is already available. It's already there. I don't get that. I don't get why sometimes not that I'm complaining, I'm just curious as to why some offers, the tips are available almost immediately. Did I use Aquanet? You'd be surprised that even though I did have the wave going on, my wave was more like a not the tsunami wave that I've seen. I've seen some girls, even after I stopped doing that hairstyle, I mean, they would go tsunami wave. I actually didn't use too much hairspray. I wasn't big on the hairspray, just enough to give me that height right there for my wave. So I definitely was not one of the girls that had the Aquanet and I used more mousse than anything. When I did have curls, I would use mousse to sustain that slight wet look. That was the other thing that I did. That for sure I did, was using mousse. If the order is not an official Uber order, it usually shows immediately. Interesting. I didn't know that. Because I was wondering, I was like, why is it showing that my tip is already available within minutes of completing the offer? Compared to, and I want to say it's only been on store orders and not restaurant. But Uber was the first one that I started using, so this is something very new to me in reference to the relationship Goober has with, and the type of offers that I guess that they're now accepting on Goober. But that definitely was new to me about how quick, I mean, that's nice, how quick the offers are available compared to before. If you do a Spark order, the tip will show immediately and say it's available to change for 336 hours. Tell me about it. Now, even on Spark though, it has happened, it's been rare, but it has happened to where we see that the tip is already available. There's no waiting 24 hours. It'll actually show up in the earnings tab. So Spark does it as well, on some offers, but I don't know why it's so random. Let's see if I start moving again, will it chime? Ah, it's crazy. Between all the apps that I run for restaurant pickups, Jimmy John's, I've only been to Jimmy, what, maybe four or five times. I don't get that many offers from our home zone for Jimmy. Whoops, yep. That person didn't go on his turn. He jumped the gun. That's why you heard the honking. The person was getting ready to turn, and the Jeep just like whoop took off. That's true. None of the apps, especially when it comes to their base pay, no consistency. They try to tell you what they base their base pay on, but it makes no sense, because they'll have short distance, low items, but yet the base pay will be higher. And then next thing you know, you get another offer on that app that was higher items or higher miles, but then the base pay is lower. I'm like, huh? How does that make sense? Dang, it's dead for DoorDash right now because it says the average wait time is 36 to 46 minutes. I'm just slowly working my way home, and we'll see if any order comes in before I actually commit to going home. Who was it that it was Uber. It was Goober that I actually was getting really irritated about, asking them to explain to me the reasoning behind the base pay for this one order that I was doing. And it was to the point where, of course, I sounded irritated. It was to the point where the customer support ended up transferring me to someone else. Because they couldn't. They were just reciting what it says in the app. And I'm like, okay. And that's exactly what I'm saying too. This is what it says in the app. That this is what you guys base the base pay on. But I was like, this one had higher items and longer miles, but yet the base pay was lower compared to previous orders that had lower items and lower miles. They couldn't explain it. But I had to drop it because I didn't want them to flag my account or something, because I was trying to be a pain in the butt. In your permanent record with Goober, right? And I tried to set it up. Initially, I tried to set it up as a chat so I can see it in writing. I was like, get it in writing with support to say, this is yada, the reason why, yada, yada. But all they were doing was when they initially replied to my message, really they just recited what it says in the app already. And I was like, okay, you guys are proving my point. So explain to me, based off of what you already, it says in the app and what you guys are reiterating, how these orders make sense. That's why I was if Mikey's still there, probably not, but that's why I was saying one of the emojis that I want to include for my members especially is I want to create an emoji that's me with an angry face and my head on fire, or with a somewhat shocked face, and with the explosion coming out of the top of my head, like it just blows my mind. I just need to figure out how to do that, because I think that would be fun emojis to have. The heart eyes, the dollar sign eyes, nope. Oh, excuse me. And it's a fun one with my head on fire. My mad emoji, where I'm really pissed and frustrated. I gotta have that one in there. Can't be all nice, lovey, or funny. Hey, Fishing with Kudra. Haywood, half a day. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from, or even good evening. Just finishing up my gig shift, doing deliveries. Not much of a shift this afternoon or this morning. Worked 2 hours and got 2 offers. Not good. My hubby was like, see, I told you. Okay, so I'm here at another stoplight. And let me go ahead and turn off my apps. See, and look at that. It was even red, but nothing was really coming up on DoorDash. And then that's also how slow it is, because I completed 1 trip out of 7 that was offered on Goober. Thank you, thank you. So hopefully tonight will be way better, and because I think we're going to concentrate on Spark tonight. We'll see. If we do go to my daughter's zone, then for sure we're going to be concentrating on Spark. But if we decide to stay here, then of course I'll be multi-apping. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Everyone that's been here, I appreciate it, and hopefully you guys will come back and see me. Be on the lookout, because I am planning on scheduling it for Friday, the January 2nd, my very first ever challenge like this, at least. So be on the lookout for that. I am setting it for Friday, January 2nd. Oh my gosh, 2026. That's crazy. Until then, y'all stay safe. Make that money. Bye. Adios for now. Si tu es maaasi.